your current situation will never define your future. Mahesh is from a Tier 3 college. Forget about a decent MCET rank. He didn't even know what programming actually was until his third year of college. But here's the twist. After facing more than 7 rejections from top companies, while his friends were cracking offers easily, Mahesh didn't give up. He mastered DSA, kept pushing, and finally cracked 17 LPA job.
My father asked that how the interview go? Did you got selected? I said no. We are not going to get selected. There are a lot of people out there. How can we get selected? I know the package is very high. I wouldn't able to crack 3-4 LPA jobs. How can I able to crack this much?
So most students and even working professionals struggle with DSA preparation, right? Can you break it down? I mean, how you mastered it?
Mostly DSA depends on these two concepts only. Like how well is your solution?
So many students feel demotivated because of a lot of factors. It might be recession or else layoffs and some X concept. What would you say to them?
Getting a job is not always in your hand. The only thing in your hand is your preparation. Sometimes luck is also a factor. You can't always blame yourself. Luck is also a very good factor in determining these jobs.
Until you achieve something, don't speak up.
Don't speak up. You should not speak until you achieve something. Even after that, don't speak. Let others speak for you and then you get into it. You should know how to make an API call. Otherwise, you can't survive in it.
Thank you so much for watching. If you are enjoying this content, a small click on the subscribe button means a lot to me and to my team. Your support helps us bring even more high profile guests to the channel. Alright, enjoy the episode.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the another exciting episode. I am Hridesh. Today's story is living proof that your current situation will never define your future. Mahesh is from a Tier 3 college. Forget about a decent MCET rank. He didn't even know what programming actually was until his third year of college. But here's the twist. After facing more than 7 rejections from top companies, while his friends were cracking offers easily, Mahesh didn't give up. He mastered DSA, kept pushing, and finally cracked 17 LPA job at Coupa. The highest package compared to those very companies that once rejected him. Hi Mahesh, thanks for doing this.
Yeah, as Hridesh said, that was my company where Hyderabad. It's a product-based company. We mostly deal with B2B companies. I faced a lot of rejections during my third year and fourth year, and even after graduating, I had a lot of struggles. And after that, one fine day, everything has changed. So, yeah, that was nothing more than a roller coaster journey for me.
Let's start from your journey. Can you share how your journey started? I mean, from struggling with MCET and then programming to landing a 17 LPA role. Right?
Yeah.
Can you wrap this up? Yeah.
Did my 10th in JNV, Jawaharlal Navoday Vidyalaya. So there was class 10th and 12th can be done in JNV with free education. But what I said to my father is that I want to crack IIT. So I came out of JNV and I did 2 years in Narayana Junior College in Ungol. But I couldn't able to crack it. So because I was able to clear the paper after the JEE Advance in home, where with that marks I could get IIT. I was very depressed. So that because I didn't performed well in the exam center, then I didn't prepare for MCET. I was like everything is gone. That's how I felt, and so I couldn't able to get a decent MCET rank. And this college also, which is not intended by me, like I wanted to go for mechanical, and from there I want to crack grade and go to DRDO, some government institutions. But parents forced me to get CSE. So I got CSE in this college. And in the first year, for 2 years, I didn't did the programming. I tried to learn, but every time if I tried to learn, it was like a alien concept, like an alien language. I couldn't able to understand what is this. And after one fine day, my brother said that his friend from very different college, he was able to write even odd program, like finding a number as even or odd. Even I couldn't able to do that. I could write how to print a hello world, but I couldn't able to understand why include, why stdio.h, why printf. I don't know anything, and even I couldn't able to write even odd program. So there I realized is that no, this is not how the way it should work. I need to learn. Otherwise, when I go to third year or fourth year, I can't say to the interviewer saying that I know even odd program. Please give me job. That's not how it works. So at that
Mm.
time, I decided that it's not happen. It should not happen. I should work hard. Otherwise, I couldn't get anything from this college. I was damn sure that I'm not gonna get anything from the college. At least I have to do from off campus. Otherwise, there is no life for me. So at that time, I started programming, and I was very
Mm.
focused. Those times were holidays. 1 week, I mastered C, morning to evening.
Okay.
I didn't did
Mm.
anything. I just sit on the laptop and did the program. And after that, I
Mm.
started DSA for 2.5 year. For 1 year, I simply did DSA. And in the fourth year, I tried to go for development, like front end and back end. I didn't do much stuff there, but I did pretty well when compared to my coding journey. Like I started in second year, and then Accenture came, Mr. Cooper came. I gone for interview, but I was rejected. I was like,
Mm.
I got rejected for 3 LPA or 4 LPA jobs. How can I get more than 10 LPA? It's just a dream.
Mm.
But
Mm.
I thought that no, I know my capabilities. Like I know
Mm.
how much I hard worked, and I know how can I improve myself more. These rejections
Mm.
are just in a way for my bigger goal. That's how I
Mhm.
pushed myself, and one fine
Mm.
day, when I applied for Coupa, and the resume got shortlisted. That was a huge surprise for me because most of the starter didn't even take my resume. And after that, technical assessment done, and one fine day
Okay.
before, like I exactly remember the date. It is September 26th, my interview, and I
Okay.
got the mail on September 24th that you have 3 rounds of interview on the same day.
Mm.
Each will
Mm.
be around 1.5 hour from morning to evening.
Ah,
I was very surprised that I got the interview. And after that, I
okay.
just read the concepts like system design and everything. I didn't do much about it, but I know that these stuff like this, like this is how work, this is how application work. And after that, when I got the interviews, the first round was very tough. Like he asked a DSA how graphs could be implemented in real world applications, and
Yes.
DSA questions which are medium level, and SQL, and for some scenario based questions. After that, I thought I was rejected. I did everything, but it's low
Mm.
confidence that I
Mm.
could be rejected. And then I got a second round
Mm.
of interview, and there they asked Swiggy backend design, everything like from
Mm.
how everything like Swiggy backend, everything they asked. I don't know what I said. Like I know how that works, like APIs and background processes, everything. After I took about 35 minutes to explain, 35, no, 45 minutes. I had to explain whatever I know. And he was very surprised that nobody could able to tell him like that. He just appreciated me that you did very well. I thought I did that. Sorry, I don't know. And 2 days. And after that, third round of interview where they asked a messaging app, like you have a
Okay.
server
Mm.
with a
Mm.
50
Mm.
million database, and you have a server which can process us about very less than that amount of data, and you need to design the entire messaging app with the scaling everything. I did it, and then three DSC questions they asked. I did it, and after that my father asked that how the interview go. Did you got selected? I said no. We are not going to get selected. There are a lot of people out there. How can we get selected? But
Mm.
at 7:30 they called me. Uh, HR called me, but I didn't lift the phone. I thought it was spam. And after that, uh, and I got a doubt that maybe I checked the
Mm.
name in the LinkedIn. It was saying Coupa HR. I thought why they
Okay.
are
Okay.
calling me, and I again called them, and I said hello. She said, sorry, who is this? That's what she said. And
Mm.
after that,
Mm.
I still remember that you have given it interview at Coupa, right? Yeah, you are selected. I was like, this was literally my expression that you got selected. And my happiness, there is no limit for my happiness because I know the package is very high. I couldn't able to crack 3 4 LBA jobs. How can I able to crack this much? And from that day, everything has changed. Literally, I couldn't able to speak words out of my mouth because it's just like a magic. At that moment, at particular moment, it was like magic. I can't describe that because it's, yeah.
Okay, one more thing. You mentioned that you couldn't even understand what is programming till your third year, right?
Yeah.
What exactly helped you to cross that barrier?
Uh, the thing is, I couldn't able to write the code. For example, if there is, you
Mm,
can check out palindrome.
mm,
You need to check whether the string is palindrome or not. So
okay.
I know what is a palindrome and what processes
Mm,
should go to check whether it is a palindrome. But I couldn't able to write the code.
mm,
I don't know those
mm,
codes or for loops, if loops, anything. But then
mm,
I realized that even if you don't know, you have to sit.
mm.
If you don't know for
Okay.
loop, you if
Mm,
at the first time you don't able to understand for loop,
okay.
again listen to it. I
Mm,
remember for in order to learn for loop, I watched a video 25 times. It's not that you have to do everything, like you have to do in a repetition. That's only will help you. Not everybody is smart.
mm,
Even I was not smart,
mm.
but you need to work hard. That's the key thing that will help you. You need to do it
Got it, got it.
repetitionally. You need to do it repetitionally. You need to understand the practical applications of that something that you are going to learn. Like, I want to learn for loop, but I need to understand why exactly it is being used for. There is if
Okay,
there is constants, there is variables, but I need to understand why exactly they are being used. I need to
okay.
understand that. After that, you can learn those. Those are just programming is just a tool to do a certain task. So you need to
Mm,
understand the task and you need to
mm,
understand how can the system using these
okay.
tools can make
Mm,
your task easy.
mm,
So that's how I learned the programming. First, you need to understand your practical task and you need to understand its practical application. And then you need to jump into that concept. And first, you study about the concept and then
mm,
try for practicality. Concept understanding doesn't
okay,
take much amount of time, but the main amount of
okay.
time will be taken while you do the code. So put the
Mm.
laptop and do whatever you learned.
So the thing is, I'm not smart, you're not smart, we are not smart.
Yeah.
We just need to push hard. We just need to try hard.
Yeah, that's what I told my friends that we are not. I couldn't able to do it. I said I couldn't able to do it, but you need to sit. There is no other route. You need to work hard. At one point of time, you will realize that oh, this is easy.
Mm,
You need to push yourself forward. That's it.
mm,
Other than that, there is no other way that you can learn.
mm.
It's not that you can put an AI chip into your brain and you can do everything.
Also, facing seven back-to-back rejections is not easy. How did you deal with that pressure of failure?
My main thing is not with rejection. My main thing is
Mm,
there were people who couldn't able to do programming. I
okay.
couldn't able to understand why I got rejected because I know their capabilities because we are classmates, we are roommates also. Some of them are I've been with them from 4 years because I couldn't I will be able to know how well they perform while in coding. They are getting jobs.
Mm,
I couldn't able to get the job. I couldn't able to understand why I'm not getting the job at the first place.
mm,
So I thought that there is something which is stopping me, or there is something which is big waiting for me.
mm,
Because if I get into depressed, like
mm,
if I think that I couldn't able to get anything, I will stop preparation. One fine day,
mm,
if there any company contacts me and asks for an interview, and they
mm.
asked a concept, like for example, I did Java, so I
Okay,
didn't done much in Java.
okay.
What if they ask Spring Boot?
Mm,
So
mm,
if I waste my time on thinking why didn't get
mm,
the job, it doesn't make any sense.
mm, mm,
If you use the time in preparation, what if you get
mm,
an opportunity where you can
mm,
perform and land a better job? So that's what's my
mm,
thinking. So I didn't
mm,
ever
mm,
got into depressed. I took only one day to process that rejection, and after that normal.
mm,
There is
mhm,
one next opportunity that will come for me, and I need to perform.
mm,
It is not that
mm,
hard. It is not that easy to get rejection. but it will be more hard for you that you could crack the interview if you learn that concept. Like for example, you did stack in DSA, but you didn't do queue, but you know the concept and you couldn't able to write the code. And he said, I reject you. How it feels? You could able to do it, but for some reason you didn't prepare for it. You waste time for something that couldn't get you anything. Depression could get you anything. Only thing that could get you is your hard work. So that's how I pushed myself after all those rejections. That's the main thing for me, because you can't compare, because getting a job is not always in your hand. The only thing in your hand is your preparation. You prepared for something. The interview could ask you something that you didn't prepare, and now there is something called diversity hiring. There is something called diversity hiring. Now, being you as a male, you did perform well, but the company policy is that we need to maintain the ratio of male and female. Now you didn't get it. It's not your mistake, basically. And you write the code, but the interview wants something other than this. You know that's a correct solution, but he expects something. Then also they could reject you. It's not your mistake. So whenever you get a rejection, it's not entirely your mistake. You need the mistake that is, like, I didn't perform well. I know it's my mistake. And for example, I got the satisfaction that, yeah, I performed really well in the interview, but I couldn't get selected. It may be something issue with the interview process or interview, or it's the company. Do not blame every time. You are not the mistake every time. Keep
You
in
just
mind
give
that
your 100%.
you are
That's
not
it.
always the mistake. Yeah, you give your 100%. It's not guarantee that you will get the job. It's not guaranteed that you don't get the job. You just have to do the preparation, do your stuff. Everything will be sorted out.
Okay.
That's it.
Also, most students and even working professionals struggle with DSA preparation, right? Can you break it down? I mean, how you mastered it?
Uh,
I mean, in simple steps.
so the first thing for DSA is to understand what is DSA. So DSA,
Mm,
you won't use DSA in your day-to-day development.
mm,
You won't use that.
mm,
First thing you need to understand is that DSA is a problem solving application, or I can simply say that it's an optimized way of solving problems in computer science. DSA doesn't depend on programming. Every student or every person that asks me, like, in which language that I should do DSA, or DSA is in which language. DSA is independent of programming languages. It's an
mm,
implementation of your programming language. That's it. It's
mm,
an implementation of your programming language. So, in order to start DSA, your programming fundamentals should be solid. That's the first step. Like,
mm,
you need to at least have a mastery on loops and conditional
mm,
statements.
mm,
It is enough to start DSA.
mm,
That's the first thing. And the second thing
mm,
is, once you get into DSA, you first need to learn time complexities. Complexities like time complexity and space
mm,
complexity. These are the
mm.
foundations of DSA. Mostly DSA
Mm.
depends on these two concepts only. Like, how
Okay.
well is your solution? How much time this solution will take? Is there any better
Okay.
solution for this? That's
Okay.
exactly DSA, data structures and algorithms. Data
Mm.
structures, you need to divide it. Data structures and algorithms. Algorithms is a
Okay.
set of steps in order to solve a problem.
Mm.
Data structures
Okay.
is a tools in order you use to implement those algorithms. Basically,
Okay.
algorithms is separate. Data structures is separate.
Mm.
Our main
Mm.
target is algorithm. In
Okay.
order to implement this algorithm, you need some data structures.
Mm.
If you combine them, that's the DSA. So at
Mm.
first, for algorithms, you need to have a programming concepts.
Okay.
Uh, Data structures is just a tools which will basically solve your problems that you're gonna
Okay.
face in
Okay.
algorithms.
Let's make it simple. Okay. The first step is we need to choose a programming language.
Exactly.
Okay. And then? After we are familiar with that programming language, and then time complexities, space
Exactly.
complexities,
Exactly.
and then
And then you can just start with the DSA or data structures. Basically, first start with
okay,
array. Next, go to
erase.
strings.
Okay,
Next,
okay,
go to strings. And
okay.
then you can go for any data structure. I would probably recommend go for linked list. First, array.
Mm,
Next, strings.
okay,
Next, linked list.
okay,
Then stack. Then queue. After that, go for trees.
okay,
Before learning trees, recursion is important. Recursion concept that we
okay.
are gonna know in the
Mm,
pro in the graduation. That's the very important.
mm,
After doing the
mm,
recursion, go for trees and
mm,
then go for a graph. Basically, it's
okay.
like a interlinked one. There is
Mm,
something a resource called a neat code. NEET.
neat code.
Yeah,
Mm, mm,
NEET COD neat code.
mm, mm,
There you can find a resource like he given entire tree map where you can find the basically every concept related to programming or DSA in a order, like what the
okay,
first step that
okay,
you need to do, and after that what needs to be done, and there are certain number of problems that you are gonna do. Basically, DSA is a repetition pattern. There is a
mm,
one type of concept or one type of problem you can find. After
mm,
that, every other problem will depend this only. It's like
okay,
you take a universal set. There is a one set of problems. Other set of
mm,
problems will directly or indirectly depend on this one. Once you master these concepts, every other will be simple. The only thing changes is that how well you implement the solution.
okay.
So
And
basically,
yeah,
in DSA, you do one problem and you
okay.
need to find the related problems to that. Once you start in this way, I think it won't take much amount of time in order to master DSA. I didn't follow these steps when I started DSA. So that's why it took
Mm,
a lot of time for me to get familiar with DSA.
mm,
But once you start it accord planning, you should have a planning before starting DSA. DSA is like an ocean. If you don't have a
mm,
map and you're traveling in the ocean, you can get lost. But if
mm,
you
mm,
have a map of how can I reach one place to other place, then your
mm,
journey will be very smooth.
okay,
You don't get able to face many things. But DSA, what it will do
okay.
is that it will improve your problem solving ability. So once you get into a company, if you get any problem, you won't get panic. You will try to find the root cause of it and where it could occur, and you do some steps and the bug will be resolved. That's why product based companies will always ask for DSA. It's not that you're going to implement a DSA or linked list or stacks in your programming. You just
Mm,
try to solve the problem. You try to solve the problems in DSA, so it would familiarize you with the existing bugs or problems that the company is going to face. That's why they are going to
mm,
pay you money. Basically, you need to
okay,
solve the problems.
okay. If a student or a professional, okay, during this DSA journey, if they feel stuck at any point of time, how can they overcome from that situation?
DSA can be very very frustrating. So I
Mm,
would probably recommend that you don't do anything in that time. If you feel that you are getting bored
mm,
or you're getting
mm,
stuck in the DSA,
mm,
take one day of rest. Don't think
mm,
anything. Just take rest and then
mm,
try to restart it with the solution. Don't try to do if you are stuck. Like for example, I did a problem. I couldn't able to solve it. I am getting frustrated. So what I will do is that I don't do anything for the next one day. After that, I will look for solution directly. And once I look at the solution and I try to understand what their approach is, like I couldn't
okay.
able to solve that my problem. I couldn't able to solve that problem,
Mm,
but some other guy did it. In which way his thought process was? In which way
mm,
he thought in order to solve this problem? I will go for the
mm,
thought process and I will look for the
mm, mm, mm,
solutions implementation, and then I will
okay.
try to come up with my own solution.
Mm, mm,
So the thing is, DSA, as I said, DSA is a vast ocean. You need to take rest. Don't try to push yourself very hard, because once you try to push very hard, you can't able to do other things. You need
mm,
to take a gap and understand why couldn't able to solve the problem, but some other guy did. What
Okay. How you maintain consistency without burning out?
I this is what I used to do. Once I get stuck, I don't do anything for 3 to 4 days.
Mm.
I just go to roam, or I mean roaming, or chat with friends, or go and eating. Everything I will do. Once I'm thinking that okay, I can do this. Now it is the best
Mm.
time to start. I know
Mm.
at which time I need to start and which time I need to end. So I will start at that
Mm.
time. Only if I get
Okay.
comfortable. I don't try to push
Mm.
very hard. I agree that you need to push hard, but you need to understand that you need not to push very hard. That's the thing.
Don't be hard on yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Don't be hard on yourself. You won't get anything if you push very hard on yourself. It's not a war, basically.
Mm.
It's a
Mm.
journey, preparation journey.
Mm.
Some,
Mm.
there might be some mistakes that you will do. There might some blockages. You need to understand that blockage, get comfortable
Mm.
with yourself, and then start.
Okay.
As you are
Okay.
starting at the first day,
Mm. Mm.
that's it. You need to start how you're going to start at the first day. That's it. That is the
Mm.
key thing. Once you start the
Okay.
DSA, follow these steps, and after that, you will be okay with that. Okay, if I'm not able to solve this problem, let's go for solution. How they implemented it. So that's
Apart from DSA, what other skills? Yeah. Like projects or internships
Mhm.
that help you to crack with this
I
big
would
package?
I would say is system design. For my company, system
Mm.
design is the most important thing that they are focusing on. So I will tell you what simple is that. System design is basically you have a problem. Like for example, I'm being a client, you are being a developer. I want a messaging
Mm.
app. I don't know
Mm.
what is programming. I don't know how to design everything. It's your job
Okay.
to design everything. I will pay you money.
Mm.
You have to do everything and you need to give it to me, and so I can use it. So your target
Mm.
customer is end user.
Mm.
So you will get the requirements from the client. Like I want the
Mm.
message to be automatically go to the customer once they register for
Mm.
it,
Mm.
or notification should go, everything. So
Mm.
you need to basically that's a system.
Mm.
You need to design it like from the
Mm.
front end, like how users gonna interact with it, how I can
Okay.
send the data to the backend, what processes should
Mm.
be done in the backend, and how can I
Mm.
scale this application, or how can I basically improve this user experience.
Mm.
So this is what system design deals with. System design.
Mm.
There is an application. There are some principles that you're going to follow to create a wonderful application or a scalable application. So that's what DSA system design deals with.
Design. Okay.
So, for example, we are working on a feature. Now, I am responsible for designing that feature, how the feature
Okay.
should work, how the feature should interact with the front end, how it gonna interact with the back end, how it gonna interact with cloud. So it's like a map. For example, one
Mm.
destination, there is another destination. You are gonna uh, go from one destination to other destination. How are
Okay.
you gonna reach that destination? This process that all we do is system design. So companies, most of the product companies will expect you this skill, system design.
Okay.
So they will make sure that uh, once you are given a feature, or you once you are given a work, you could able
Mm.
to work independently without the involvement of others. Once you are capable,
Mm.
then you can do the work in less amount of time. Yes,
Mm.
you can take up the developers from your team, but the thing is, you need to be capable of doing your work alone.
Okay.
That's the main thing with DSA. Because if you are trying to construct a house, you need to first have a blueprint of that house. That's exactly what system design
Mm.
is. Once you have a solid
Mm.
blueprint, then you will try to implement that
Okay.
in order to build a strong house. So you can map your house with the application, and your blueprint will be system design. So once the design, everything is done, what components should go into that system design, and then you will try to implement the solutions using the programming language. So this is how IT works. There is a customer. He wants to get something out of that. He wants a app. Now they will come to you,
Hmm.
and you have to design
Hmm.
everything. Once the design is fixed, you will use frameworks, programming
Hmm.
language, front-end tools, back-end tools,
Hmm.
and cloud applications, everything. You will integrate every component to finally make the product. Now,
Okay.
this will be delivered to the customer. So, your target as a developer, you need to think in two situations, two ways. Like, once in the system point of view, second is user point of view. You think you as a
Okay.
user using an application like WhatsApp. So, when you click on the message, it should go right away. I should not see network
Hmm.
lags. If
Okay.
1,000 people are using it, it's still able to handle that load. Like you can say Geo Stream, Geo application. Even like crores of people are using it, it's still not crashed. So that is system design. You design the system in such a way that anybody can use it, n number of people can use it. Your user experience is very smooth. So this all can be done with system design.
Also, many students feel stuck, right?
Yeah.
Uh, because they don't have a strong foundation in programming early on. How did you overcome your late start in coding?
So
And what would you advise
one thing is get your
who are feeling the same?
motivation. The first thing is motivation.
Hmm.
If you don't have any motivation, you can't do anything. You should have a motivation. The thing is, for me, the motivation is somebody did it. I couldn't able to do it. I know
Hmm.
I can able to do it, but I couldn't able to do it. So that's my motivation.
Hmm.
For example, for some other
Hmm.
person, his motivation should be I should crack a bank job or basically in a big top company. That's your
Hmm.
motivation. Once you have the motivation, you can do it. If you don't have any motivation, then you can't able to do anything. Even in life, you can't able to
Hmm.
do anything. So first, get yourself a motivation. What's your motivation? That's you're going to decide it. After that, get yourself a plan. Ask the persons who you know that they are good in that programming or who
Hmm.
did something good in their uh, coding journey. For example,
Hmm.
previously when I was in college, I do good programming, but nobody used to ask me that how can I do it, everything. But once I got the job, everybody used to ask me that okay, how can I do it? Because they know that if someone is good at programming or good at anything, if they didn't get anything, then people won't ask you because they think that you don't know anything. So you need to ask people, build your connections.
Okay.
If I'm being a programmer at the starting, and if I ask
Hmm.
someone who started the programming, he couldn't able to guide me because he is starting now only. So you need to
Hmm.
ask people before starting who done something great or something good or he proven that okay, I learned certain type of concepts and I built something.
Okay.
So first get yourself a motivation, then get yourself a plan on where to start, how to start, when to end this start.
Hmm.
So after that, you
Hmm.
start your preparation. Everything goes smoothly. The thing is, if you don't have motivation, you will stop it right away. Once you start
Hmm.
and you will stop it. Second thing,
Hmm.
plan. If you don't have a plan, you will stuck around it like a loop. You don't know what you're doing. There can be n number of concepts, but you're stuck with one concept if you don't have a
Hmm.
plan. And if you don't know when to end a concept, you will get into a loop. There may be other concepts, there may be other things that you can do. There is a lot of things. But if you stuck in a
Okay.
loop and you don't know when to end, then it's just a waste of time.
Hmm.
So these three things are very important. Get yourself a
Hmm.
motivation, get yourself a plan, ask people. They will give a great advice. They will tell you what mistakes they did in their preparation and what you can avoid it. These things can help you smooth your programming journey to get a better job. It's not that you will get the job. There is no doubt in it. But the thing is, it will take time. Some people can get it right away. Some people get it very late. Like my friend is there. He does programming very better than me.
Okay.
but he got the job recently. I got the job previous year. Now within 2 years, I get 1 years of experience. He's now starting. It's not that. It's just sometimes luck is also a factor. You can't always blame yourself. Luck is also a very good factor in determining these jobs. So
Mm,
you need to work hard. Don't waste any time feeling depressed or feeling that I don't get the job, or when how what if I don't get the job. Don't think that, because if you don't get the job, you don't have a power in your voice. Basically, you don't have, if someone without job, without money, if they try to speak, nobody hears you, nobody is going to value your voice. So
so true.
if you try to speak anything, it's just a waste of time for you and the person who's
Mm,
hearing it, because
mm,
he won't give you the attention. So always do the preparation, always work hard, try to grab opportunities as much as you can. And once you got into a job or you did some work over there,
mm,
then you speak it, then people will listen. So that should be your goal. You don't think that just because I learned Java, I can teach others Java. No, 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 don't do that. You get into a job, you do something, you do something recognizable, then people will listen to you. That's how it
mm.
should work. Do not think
I
that
agree with that.
do not think that if I don't get a job, how can I do it? Don't think
Mm,
that they are just a waste of time for me, because I know
mm,
it's not easy to speak and you can implement it. It will take time,
mm,
but
mm.
trust me, that's the best piece of advice that I could give.
Until you achieve something, don't speak up.
Don't speak up. You should not speak until you achieve something. Even after that, don't
Mm.
speak. Let others speak for you, and then you get into it. Even in IT also, that's
Right.
how it should work.
Mm, mm, so many of people resonating with this, I think so.
Yeah, because we all came through one point. Like we all start from one point only. It's just that
Mm,
we are deviated in our directions.
mm,
But the core
mm,
point from
mm,
where we start, or how our mind works, is the same thing.
mm.
So if anybody watching this, or who's starting it, I think they should understand this very better, because once you start, you should think this in the starting of your journey. If you're thinking this after you're starting your journey, damage is already done.
Also, many students feel demotivated. I mean, because a lot of factors. Maybe it might be recession or else layoffs, right? And some X concept. Okay. What would you say to them?
So one thing that I mean, it's very tough. Like once you get into IT and some layoff happened, and you
Mm,
couldn't able to get through that. Even I face these situations also. I should not talk in the social media, but I saw people who got laid off. But the thing is, once you get laid off, you need to understand that you need to set a time. It's just like a rock falling on you, but you need to step on it. You should not be you should not be beneath of that rock. You should get on that rock. You should see your options. Every time I say is that you know what you're capable of, and you know what mistake have you done, or what
mm,
mistake happened to you.
mm.
You just need to focus on what are the options available in front of you. I
Oh,
think if once the job is laid off, now
mm.
you will have an option. You have some experience. You connect with people. The best thing that I can do is connect with people,
Options.
because uh, connecting with people is the great motivation that you get, because there are a lot of people who got laid off and they got a better job. Once you connect with them, once you talk with them, then you will realize that it's not very difficult to get out of the situation. It's always That's the thing in IT or in any other industry. Connecting with people is the most important thing. So they will give that motivation. You won't get the motivation from yourself. You will get the motivation from others only. That's why LinkedIn is the most powerful tool that students can use, or even the IT professionals, everyone. LinkedIn is the
Mm,
most powerful tool. because
mm,
once you scroll through LinkedIn, once you scroll through their profiles, they will tell you how they got laid off, how they started their preparation, and how well they did the preparation, and in which situations they got into them, will make you understand that you can basically get in sync with that stories.
okay.
Once you get
Oh,
sync into the stories, you
yeah.
will basically get out of the situation and you will prepare well. There is nothing as depressing. So
Mm.
you need to connect
Also,
with the
yeah.
people.
Also, one more thing, one more point I would like to add on here is try to work with peers. I mean, try to work with your friends. It might be anything. It might be any project, or else it might be any preparation. Okay, self-learning, it's okay. It's okay. That's fine. I mean, on the other part, on the other side, if you are building something, try to build with your friends, so that whenever you are feeling demotivated or else feeling low, any of your friends can bring you up, can lift you up. It may be some, yeah, boost shot.
Yeah, yeah,
That is what
exactly.
yeah, that is what I used to do. That is what I used to prefer. That is what I used to suggest. If anyone watching this or listening this, born for doing mistakes.
Yeah, exactly. So you need to have some people around you.
Mm,
They feel they will get you motivated, or sometimes if your friend is working in a company and suddenly you
mm,
got laid off, then
mm,
you have an opportunity at your hand
mm,
because you connected to that people. He can give you a referral, or he can make you
mm,
something so that you can get out that situation.
mm,
So you need to always have a connection, always have
mm,
friends around you, so
mm,
that you won't feel depressed or you feel alone. That's the
mm,
major thing that will be cause of your failure. Once you step into the IT career or one step into journey, you need to
mm,
work on that and how to
mm,
connect with people. It's not that you went to the people and talk. It's like
mm,
professional one.
mm,
At the same time, how much I should talk
mm,
from how much professionality I should show in front of them.
mm.
That's
That is also you have to know how much you have to open up your stories.
exactly, exactly,
It's not been the way of overshare everything.
exactly.
Mm,
You need to know what's your limit of talk.
mm,
So the
mm,
other person should, like for example, if I speak professionally for a
mm,
certain about a topic, so the other person feel that okay, he has some knowledge on that, so he is trying to talk in that
mm.
thing, or
Okay.
trying to show some professionality. So the other
Mm,
person resonates. It's not that
mm.
my grandmother did thing, my grandfather did thing, all those stuff, and he was thinking like, what the hell am I doing here?
Okay.
So when you're talking with persons, keep
Mm,
yourself as low as possible.
mm,
Always maintain professionality
mm,
so that they will also respect you
mm.
for what for the way you speak. That will
Look,
help you. So once you go talk and with people, you will learn a lot of stories. Like it's like my one of my story, and there people other people with other stories. Once you get through those stories, okay, these people can do it, I can do it. There is nothing big in that.
mm.
It goes smoothly. There is nothing that you need to afraid of, basically.
Looking back, what three actionable tips you'd like to give for the students who are preparing for these placements or else these working professionals who are feeling stuck while doing their jobs?
So
For
for
students.
students, one piece of advice when they are trying to prepare for placement is that balance your DSA
Okay.
and development, both things.
Mm, mm,
For every student, what I suggest is that you make your project on an idea.
mm.
If the project already exists, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
The main thing for companies look into is that when you explain your project, there should be a thought process behind that project. For example, I made a project like
Got it.
soil nutrition detection. So
Okay.
what my thought process is that if the farmer before doing those before cultivation, if he could able to
Okay.
know what nutrients are there in the soil, then he could accordingly plan with that. So
Got it.
that's
Got
what my
it.
thought process behind my project. It's
Mm,
not that I randomly pick up a project and I explained it. You need to have a thought process behind the projects that you do. So once you get the idea, how you're going to implement that project, that's the most important thing. Even companies
Okay.
look for it. We mostly overlook that. Okay, I did a project, I got a project somewhere else, so I will explain it. No, you should have a understanding of why you did the project. What
Okay.
are the components that involved in this project?
Mm,
Companies will look into it. On the
mm.
basis of that only, you will move forward in their application process or in the interview, or it will help really well in your professional journey. Once you get the development done or by yourself or taking help others, it doesn't matter, but you got the idea and you are implementing the solution, it will very helpful for you in your professional journey.
Okay.
Even for working professional, like, do projects continuously. Do
Mm.
not sit idle when you get the job. Apart from
Mm,
work, you need to work on your skills every day. There
mm,
will be a lot of
mm, mm.
technologies that is coming on, so you need to skill upon it, and you need to always trim yourself. It's like a sword. You always need to maintain it to make it sharp. Otherwise, it will get rough. It won't cut anything.
I think to make all these things happen, initial stage, try to know your interest. If you ignore that step, that is the crucial step. If you ignore that, and you can now, if you are in third year or fourth year, everyone are preparing for placements, but you are not interested, but you are pushing hard, taking hard decisions on yourself. At the end of the day, or else at the end, you are the only one who suffer. For
Suffers.
you are the only one who suffer yourself.
Yeah,
Try
yeah,
to,
yeah.
yeah, try to know your interest.
Mm,
Might be not in the IT sector, but your interest might be on some other sector. It's okay.
exactly.
Not every engineer have to enter only this into this IT sector. Engineering is something that helps you to know who you are, what you are capable of, what you can do in your life.
What you
That
can
is
build.
the what you can build. That's it. It's not in the way of if you are doing engineer or else if you are doing CSC. It's not in the way of at the end of the day you have to get a job in this IT sector. No,
Exactly.
try to know that. Try to know that most of the people were confused, were just struggling after entering into this IT sector.
So they will wake up weekends and everything to master those things.
Mm.
College, the 4 years of college is the most crucial step. But the one flaw with our colleges is that they don't teach, or the students even don't know what exactly works in IT.
Mm.
That's the main issue. Like
Mm.
if there is a college, they can call the alumni.
Mm.
They can the alumni can explain what exactly happens in IT, not
Mm.
exactly what they will do, but what the tools that they are going to use.
Mm.
Is it very different for our programming or what we traditional programming that we do in the college, or is it very similar to that? So one thing for students that I gonna recommend is that API. That is the most core concept of any programming language.
API,
Application programming
programming
interface.
interface. Okay.
That's the important thing. You should know how to make an API call.
Mm.
Otherwise, you can't survive in IT. Basically, that's the thing. Like
Mm.
you take you take data from front end. Now
Okay.
you have to store it in back end.
Mm.
But how can you know how the front end data will stored in back end?
Mm.
Front end is written in JavaScript. Back end
Mm.
is written in Java. You
Mm.
can't communicate JavaScript with the Java.
Mm.
But how can you do it? That's where
Mm.
API comes. You
Mm.
will throw a request,
Mm.
so it will understand the request and does the process. If you
Okay.
don't know how to make an API call in the company, once you go into the company, they will ask like front end data is not coming into back end. Please verify it.
Mm.
At that
Mm.
time, you don't know like how the data is going into the back end.
Mm.
You will always think that why it is not going, how the because I faced it. I didn't do any API type of stuff in my college.
Okay.
Even that API stuff also did I using ChatGPT.
Mm.
I didn't do it myself.
Mm.
But once I remember there is one ticket that came that backend data is not responding to the calls made in front end.
Okay.
I was clueless that, okay, this is how API works, or this is how I can send data to the API from
Okay.
front end to back end or back end to front end or another application. I don't know anything. My senior literally told me that you don't know this.
Mm, mm,
And then I realized that after doing all those tickets and everything, then I realized that API is a very important thing in programming. Exactly. I mean, I didn't got this advice from any of my seniors or any working professional. I am
mm,
giving you this because I know how it basically affects your performance. Now
mm,
I'm very comfortable with APIs. I can make any API call from front end to back end or another application connecting to applications. That's the point. Like you need to understand what exactly works in IT sector. If you
mm,
tell these things in interview, they will think that okay, this guy doesn't need any type of training or basically extra level of training that other people get. That will
mm.
increase your chance of hiring.
Okay.
So everybody who's watching this, please learn as soon as APIs and framework. Framework is very important. If you are doing Java, try to basically if you're learning Java, learn Spring Boot. If you're using JavaScript, please try to learn Vue.js, React.js. Those frameworks are very important. Those frameworks will only be used in IT. There is nothing new or alien type of technology that they're going to use in IT. So get yourself with the programming language, get yourself comfortable with the framework and database, SQL. These three things will be enough for you to get into an IT sector. That's it. It's as simple as that. Don't try to mix up everything or don't try to learn everything. Don't try to learn everything. You need to learn certain amount of things which are very important for you. That's it. And if for students, I start with Git, Git and Linux. These should be your foundation. Don't try to learn anything before that. First, Git and Linux, and then one programming language, one framework, front end tools. That's it. Other than that, you don't need to learn everything. If you master these things, your IT journey or interview journey will be very smooth. Trust me, that's the very great advice that I can give you as I'm working in IT.
Mahesh, your journey is truly inspiring. Thank you so much for joining us and sharing your expertise from struggling with depression to finally cracking 17 LPA at Coupa. It proves that failures are not the end, they are just redirections. To all the students and working professionals listening, remember this: your current situation will never decide your future. Obsession beats talent every single time.
Thank you so much for watching the episode till the end. Before you leave, please do subscribe. Just cross check once. We need two small things from you. Number one, please like the video and tell me in the comments what went well and what we should improve. Also, share whom you want to see next on this podcast. Share this episode with someone who needs it. If it lights up even two people's journey, our job is done. And you already know exactly whom to share it with. See you in the next episode. Bye bye.